One of Cape Town's legendary Belgian eatery, Den Anker, is thinking inside of the box by launching DIY meal kits that lets them recreate some of its most popular menu items at home. Rejeanne Vlietman joins us now on Skype to tell us more about this initiative that helps feed 8,000 people per week and hit hardest by the pandemic in the mother city. A very good morning to you, Rejeanne. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, Simpiwe. Thank you for having me.
Take us through how these DIY meal kits work and where the idea came from and what really necessitated this.
So we decided about 3 weeks ago to launch a sort of a meal box that people could order at home. We've got a few of our waiters that are assisting us with deliveries. And essentially, we took a few of our most popular menu items, put them together in a way that it was easy for them to compile together with their kids, families, whatever the case might be, and sit at home and have a Den Anker style meal in the comfort of their own home. And there's sort of a back end to the project, and that essentially is to raise funds for our feeding situation. We are cooking for a number of NGOs at the moment, and part of the DIY situation was to enable members of the public to donate to our feeding scheme.
And what exactly is in these DIY meal kits, and just how practical are they to recreate at home, especially for those that are not good cooks?
So we've kept it fairly straightforward. We have a few alternatives. We have a Wagyu burger.
Okay.
We have our mussels, which we're very well known for. We have a vegan curry. And then we're doing one with our prawns. So gambas with chili, garlic, and some nice olive oil.
Sounds good. It really does sound good. Now, and some of these communities in Cape Town that are hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic are benefiting from this. In what way?
So we have a Back a Buddy campaign that we launched about 8 weeks ago. We decided to use it as a vehicle to raise funds. And the beneficiaries of those funds are Ladles of Love, the Justice Desk. We're working with the Hebron Project in Masiphumelele, 2 of our ward councillors in the Western Cape, in the areas of West Bank and Kalkfontein, and then a Noordhoek Can project. So all of the funding that comes from that Back a Buddy campaign are used to buy raw ingredients, and then we in turn are cooking in the restaurant 3 days a week, and the beneficiaries are collecting the food.
Okay, and let's talk about these communities that you feed through your soup kitchen. Just how do you identify them?
So when we started 7 weeks ago, we actually made contact with the Ladles of Love, and Liesel from Janse & Co., another restaurant in the city, sort of gave me a little bit of a lowdown in terms of how they were operating. And they were still working out of the Hope Street Exchange at that stage. And essentially, she gave us a few pointers in terms of what is needed in the communities. And yeah, we took it from there. We reached out to some of our suppliers, got a couple of really good donations, and then we're given a few beneficiaries from Ladles of Love. And Jessica Dewhurst from the Justice Desk also approached me. And we then actually started working for them as well. Okay.
And I do understand that you guys are adding another layer of interactivity to the DIY meal kits by loading a series of online tutorials on your Facebook page.
Yes. So my husband's become quite the YouTuber. So Dukla and I worked together, and he decided, obviously being on lockdown at home, that he'd have a little bit of fun in the kitchen. And he decided to create some tutorials for each of the DIY kits, as well as some of the favorites that come out of the restaurant.
And for those that want to help contribute towards this initiative, how do they go about doing that?
So you can do one of 2 things. You could support us by buying one of our DIY kits. And those funds are actually going into a little campaign that we're using for our staff members in terms of making sure that they have sufficient support at home. And then when you buy your food kit, you can nominate to pay for a few meals. So I think 10 Rand buys you 4 meals, and that's on the sort of the ordering portal that you would use. Or you can alternatively just go directly to our BackaBuddy page and make a donation through that.
All right, Rejeanne, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And that was Den Anker's General Manager, Rejeanne Vlietman, joining us on Skype from Cape Town. And she's been speaking to us about their DIY meal kits initiative that helps feed about 8,000 people. And we'll take a quick break. Morning Live will be back shortly thereafter.